Here's a question you can ask yourself every time you're at the grocery store that actually goes right to the heart of the health of yourself, your family, and your kids. And that question is, when you're looking at your shopping cart, it's all filled up with groceries and food items, ask yourself, is this purchase going to make pharmaceutical companies very happy, or is it going to make my family happy? Sounds kind of weird. So hear me out. I'll keep it short and sweet and potent. So the foods that are in your shopping cart, if it's going to help out pharmaceutical companies, they have a profit motive to help you die as slowly as possible, to drag out a life like a tomato on medications, because there's piles and piles of cash in it for them. That's a fact. Their profit motive is for people to have their health regulated by medications. So, the food that you're eating, conceptually it's really simple. Are you going to be eating food and feeding your kids food that's going to make you, them eventually needy and codependent on their drugs to regulate your health? Or are you getting food that's going to help you live healthy and it's going to help your kids live full, productive, healthy, happy lives? So the food that's in your shopping cart, is it whenever possible? Is it organic? Or is it food that is sown and harvested and processed using chemicals? Because here's what it is. It's not just the pharmaceutical companies. They don't just hit you with drugs. They're also profiting in a lot of the food that you buy. Like probably 80 to 90% of the food that's in the average grocery store, during the cultivating and the harvesting process, and even the planting process of about 80 to 90% of these foods is used with chemicals, and they're genetically modifying stuff. What is a chemical company and a drug company doing with the harvesting and the cultivating of the food that you eat? What are they doing getting in between you, me, and nature? Whenever that happens, it breaks down the barriers that keeps you and I protected from disease. Disease, those things that causes us to need their drugs. So when you buy that kind of food that makes pharmaceutical companies happy, they're hitting you with the food that you're buying first, and then they're going to hit you eventually with the drugs that you'll need because you bought those foods in the first place. And then they hit you in other areas too. And they've also got deals with health insurance companies and this and that. They hit you from all different angles. It's not just the drugs that they're profiting from. All of this works in tandem. So when you're buying food, whether it's at a grocery store or a shop meet or local farmer's market is probably better. But wherever you get your food, restaurant, wherever, you got to ask yourself, who's profiting from my purchase? Who am I giving my money to? Am I giving it to people and companies that are making their profits by making people sick and managing sickness and managing poverty? Do I really want to be rewarding these companies anymore that are actually making their money by managing sickness and poverty, and a lot of times creating sickness and poverty? No. They're going to thrive so long as you keep giving them your money. There will always be big business that's in the business of making money that has a byproduct of harming people. So don't fuel that anymore. Or is the stuff that you're buying gonna reward people that are making their money by helping you live healthy, happy, more productive, more fulfilling lives? Are you rewarding people that profit by harming your children? Or are you rewarding people with your money that profit by helping your children and your family? Those are really big, important questions that who's asking that when they're looking at their shopping cart or picking food from a menu at a restaurant or going to a local farmer's market? Who's asking those questions? What this means is that, think about it, we have 100% control over where we spend our money. This is still a moderately free country, right? So this means that all the power is in our hands. These pharmaceutical companies and big business interests and multinational corporations, they're in the business of making money. That's not a bad thing. They're not in the business to hurt people. They just found that through what you're voting for with your money, because when you spend money on something, it's just like saying, give me more of that. They follow that more than anything. But when you spend your money on things that harm you, that's a signal to the marketplace that, okay, they want to create more of that. Even if it's totally against your own self-interest, they're going to do it because at the end of the day, they're in the business of making money. So you shift how you spend your money. Business, government, politics, multinational corporations, all of that changes to be in your favor because now you're casting votes with your dollars. That's actually in your favor and in your kids' favor. So they're going to give you more of what's in your favor. And that's how we change the world. It's not by voting for president or voting for elected leaders. No, all of that stuff follows the money. Money is so powerful. And the money has no agenda. Money is not evil. The love of money might be, but money is not evil. Money doesn't have any conscious thought or an agenda, but we do. We have conscious thought sometimes, and we have agendas. And sometimes we just live by default because whatever. But if we are consciously going to critically think about things, the health of ourselves, the health of our kids, and think about beyond ourselves and just the health of the whole planet and other people that we live with on the planet, we can change everything, because this is an instance where the power is 100% in the hands of us, simply by where we consciously decide to put our money, where we spend it. So money is a wonderful thing. We can use money to change the world. So for some of you, maybe you need to look at it that way and stop saying that money is evil and bad and all that. No, people are evil and bad, but there's also good people too. So if you're a good moral person who loves your family and your kids, you got to start thinking about what you're asking for more of with how you spend your money, because money is the ultimate resource. Of all the resources in the planet, money is the ultimate resource in which we have power to change the world for the better. And likewise, money is the ultimate resource to destroy the world too. And what are we doing right now with it? I think we got to flip-flop on what we're doing with money and use it and spend it in a way that changes the world for the better, because then everybody benefits. You want to have a hand in feeding homeless people, or the global poverty situation where 1 billion kids are starving to death, human trafficking, factory farming that systematically abuses and tortures billions of animals every year, and all of the other global problems that exist right now? We've solved that by changing how we spend our money. Please share this video. This is so worthwhile to share this message and get it out there into the world, okay? And if you want to see more of my blogs and videos, I've got thousands of them. My website is tomburkenmeyer.com. That's my name, take out the space, spelled just like it is on social media. I've got so many resources to help you navigate your way through life and solve problems with health, healing, happiness, and just wonderful things. Okay, it's tomburkenmeyer.com, and share this video. It's the message in this video that's so important. We can change the world.